It's good to be alive. You're on the drive home for a beautiful afternoon, and we're out here at one of Townsville's local high schools to find out a little bit about the education that students of Townsville can receive. And we've got a teacher, Kate, with us, the head of Wellbeing here. Kate, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Doing very, very well. It's great to be here to hear more about the school and about how Townsville students are being supported. Particularly, we're going to be talking about in the area of wellbeing, which, at least since I was at school, I'm sure has changed a lot. So can you tell us, as the head of department for junior wellbeing, what's your role?
My role is really to work with staff and students to implement an approach to wellbeing that enhances learning and the wellbeing for all students.
Fantastic. So what does that look like day to day? What are the sorts of things that you do in your role?
It's quite multifaceted. We do lots of different things. So I might be working on building leadership capabilities or working on social emotional skills, encouraging them to use restorative practices, or just in general helping kids develop a wellbeing toolkit to assist them.
So what sort of issues or things do you regularly work with students?
A whole range of things. So sometimes it's about developing their own leadership capability. Other times it's about really helping them get a sense of belonging and see where they fit into our community.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then why is it important in schools these days? Because it was probably less important decades ago to look after the wellbeing, but why are we finding that it's important to do that now?
Yeah, well, our young people are growing up in a world driven by new technologies and economic globalisation. So the future means that they need a whole new set of cognitive, social and emotional skills to be successful in that.
And what do you personally love about your role?
Oh, I love that every day is different. No day is ever the same, and I'm continually challenged by students, delighted by them, and really just proud to see their growth.
Fantastic. So for the people listening in their car or at home, the broader community, what's the part that we can play in helping with wellbeing of young people?
I think it's really important to really normalise the fact that asking for help is okay and encourage that. So that's something that everybody can do, and really just helping kids understand where they belong and giving them a sense of belonging, whether that's in a community organisation or a hobby or an interest.
Awesome. And I think it's fantastic that they can find that at school. Like, I'm sure that wasn't the case when I was at school necessarily. So I think this is a great area of development in our education system. Kate, thanks very much for coming in, talking with us and telling us all about how students are being looked after holistically here at school.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.